pivoted in a way when that was brought up. In a way that definitely wasn't the smoothest. But Carmine, you can tell that mid-conversation, once she got a measure of you, she made her response in a way that she couldn't be caught in a lie.
Holy shit, guys! The way Columbo navigates through conversation actually works.
Oh my god!
You watch the show as research to be a detective.
My fucking
The downside is it's
god.
working.
The FBI agent Quantico have to binge watch all the seasons.
But as she steps out, he'll look around for any inconsistencies. I think. What are those for?
Fortune?
Oh,
Oh,
you're a
yeah.
divination user.
Yeah, his divination. I thought I had them wrong already.
I think.
That 19's really good though.
Yes.
As he's like looking around, he'll kind of talk to Archibald and say, "No, I wasn't kidding about not knowing a lick of magic. So everything here looks inconsistent to what you'd be used to. I'd like to hear it."
Oh, that's what I was saying out in the yard. It seems very basic for what it should be, you would think.
So,
For
similar to how you see like a movie, they use like very basic information about a craft to appear to be legit for the purposes of creating verisimilitude.
Yes.
You see like the very basics of what you would expect to see in this location.
It seems like this is a stage of a laboratory than an actual laboratory.
which tracks with everything else we've seen around this place.
Do any of you have alchemist supplies trained?
I don't. I wish I
Man.
did. I don't.
That'd
I
be
have
so nice.
disguised kit.
Nah,
I
got
can
disguise
disguise
kit,
myself as an
tools.
alchemist.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you
break
can.
it
I've traded my Outlander musical instrument proficiency for alchemist supplies.
If you think it's something that would have been relevant to your character.
Virgil doesn't know how to use music. He's-
Sure, go for it.
I'm not there though, so
Neat. All right, so
that's why
moving
I
on.
asked.
I'm looking for like it. It sounds very cheesy. A magical opening to a basement in this living room. I'm reaching my hand and putting it somewhere in the furnace. I'm going
Oh,
along the wall.
that furnace that is lit.
That has fire?
Oh, it's on right now. Can I
Why
turn
don't
it
you
off?
roll me a perception?
Oh, okay.
I throw him Bardic.
You can turn it off. Yes.
Okay, copy.
I throw the man a Bardic.
Oh, thanks, man.
There
Appreciate it.
definitely. It's too late for him now, but there was paper that was in there that it's since turned off.
Oh, fuck. How much of the remnants are there?
Practically nothing.
God damn it.
The ashes.
Are any of the burned, like blackened parts of the paper there, or no?
They're at that stage where they're turning gray
Okay.
and like rolling up on each other like a used snake firework.
Does it look like it was like at least in like a pile, or were they like individual pieces, or is that like impossible to tell because they're all fucking burnt?
No, there's a certain blooming to them.
Okay.
Do you know how to revive paper?
I don't think that's how that works.
Revivify on paper.
No. There's a fuck, there's a way if you like you burn it a certain way and you like okay. Let me Hold on.
Keep thinking.
I
you got
know
it.
this-
No, keep going. Keep going.
I know there's a way to like you can only do it once, but you can like burn it, and then you can see like what could
Oh, like
could
what
have
was
been.
written on there, like the ink reacts
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, basically.
While he's doing that, can I try to nonchalantly watch out this window and see what Lucille's working on and how accurate it is to being worked on?
You see, she's nicely dressed, so she's not doing anything like absurd, but she seems to be taking note of it more than actually working it.
Yes.
Like,
quite.
okay, this is what needs to be fixed. Okay, need to
You trim
call.
that.
I'm about to pull this out. You know.
I think there's an infestation over there, just like that one town, but we don't worry about that.
Could I also check under the carpet for some reason?
You do. There's nothing.
Nah, fuck.
Oh, was there anything worth rolling an investigation for in here?
Besides what he found.
Okay.
It's as if there's like a clue per place. Oh wait, no, this one has two. I'll shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Be quiet. That's a...
Let the big boys talk.
My God.
This
oh, yeah,
whole
the fucking walls. I forgot about the walls being weird.
3 foot by 7 foot space is actually the foyer. It's a different room.
It's where you put up your coats. That's why she offered at the beginning. Clearly.
It's the coat room.
So, are
So,
we
what else do you
good?
do?
Does anyone just appear to be taking a load off when Carmine comes out?
Tina was sitting in this chair, but now she's over here.
No one sat in this middle chair. Is it dusty just to reinforce that this place is barely used?
Given the location, probably not, because like dust doesn't generally accumulate around open fires.
Oh, I never knew that.
Huh.
The heat, right?
Yeah, you might get ash remnants, but dust is so fine, a little bit of heat will burn it up.
Hey,
Think-
quick question for you three.
That's why it catches fire so quick.
Have any of you
Oh.
like, met Virgil, the armor guy, before?
No.
Cool.
Not myself, no.
No, I'm not.
He's just weirded me out a little.
Mm.
And
He is not who he appears to be. I can tell you that much.
okay, cool. I'm glad we had that. Okay. And he had
You're better than you look. You're better than you think you are.
Well, are we all set here? I think we've let this place dry.
right. Yeah.
For
now,
No.
anyway.
No basement?
At this point, a couple hours have passed, and it's nearing midday. You have till 6 a.m. a day and a half from now.
Right.
Fuck.
So 42 hours and ticking.
Mm-hmm. I think next we should head to the seminary.
Did you find anything?
Nothing doesn't reinforce what we already know.
I found this burnt piece of paper, but I don't know how to. I don't think I can do anything with it.
In the fireplace.
She's having
Mhm.
it. Or, just housekeeping, storing away old shit.
Is there
just-
any lettering on the paper left?
No.
No.
It's right. It's
Okay.
all blackened.
Scorched.
Does there appear to be a... How well used is this fireplace, I should say?
Given
Is
the
there a
fact,
collection of ash at the bottom of it?
a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
Is there soot
Okay.
up the chimney?
Or blackening the back wall of it?
A little bit, but
Okay.
Same answer.
It's somewhat
you would-
used.
somewhat, but barely.
Gotcha.
Like everything else in this house, not used much. However, the difference here is that, well, roll me an insight.
Right in the mic. Thanks, champ.
No problem,
He-
buddy.
A smoke from a chimney is the one thing that people could notice from the outside. That might give away the fact that this is largely unused.
Something to keep in mind. But yeah, if Aowen is pointing out that there was paper in the fire, Carmine will just like hold his hand out for the shred of paper, the blackened shred.
I hand it to you.
He'll look it over and say,
Roll me a deck save.
"What?
Roll me a deck save. You're moving burnt paper.
It can crumble.
Oh, I mean, he's not caring about that, but yeah, sure, I'll do it."
That's a good fucking save. Okay.
You lose a couple pieces, but the little bit of a bloom is intact.
He glances it over, and he says, and of course, there's nothing to discern from this.
No.
He says,
You
what
would have
would
caught it earlier, perhaps.
Now, what would possess a woman so enraptured in her studies to burn? Is paper a commodity?
I mean,
Can we use parchment
have it, yeah.
to burn paper of all things? I mean, you think she'd save her notes? A bit careless, don't you think? And then he'll toss it back into the fire.
I turned it off.
Oh, well, he tosses it back into the fireplace. Say, wasn't this fire going a minute ago?
It was.
We should get it started before we leave.
See Lucille head back inside and move through into here as she looks at you in here.
Oh, your fire died out.
To Ian's attend. I have a call to make. Nothing in here is of that much importance. You can stay as long as you need.
That's mighty kind of you. I'll just get your fire roaring again before I head out. And he'll take out his tinder box and
you
get the
lost
fire
that.
going again. You thought?
Do you have a magnifying glass?
Of course. You fool.
Yeah, the might afford it.
I literally have to. It's part of my background.
Oh.
It.
Is there an investigator background?
After a few minutes, she leaves with a large bag.
As she goes past, can I try to peek in the bag maybe a little bit?
I mean, it's closed, so no.
Ah.
Can I stare at it with my X-ray spell that I definitely have?
Oh, well, yeah, you could do that, yeah. Of course.
I don't.
You take 30d7 lightning damage.
Your brain instantly explodes.
I would like to, once she's far enough away, summon Archibald's familiar. That's a crow,
Oh,
and have it follow her.
5d6.5.
As she leaves, Virgil lets the spell drop, revealing he looks basically the same. He looks basically the same, except his jaw structure is slightly different, and his cheeks are.
Oh my god.
Oh, you got a new hat.
It's this meme.
I'm doing it.
I have no idea who this is.
That was one of the best bits.
Yeah.
I still
Okay,
feel like
so what do
you-
y'all do?
Anyways,
I would have liked to summon his familiar. That's a crow, and have it follow her. See where she goes.
Sure.
Ah.
Might report back nothing, but
Thinking back to when Archie and Carmen were investigating the laboratory, did we spot anything that would have been in that bag?
Or
or
like,
any
he, like, put some
bags
stuff
laying
in it.
around. Yeah.
Perhaps there are some instruments over here.
Okay. I assume we saw like it was like a burlap sack. I assume she was carrying.
Correct, yeah.
I assume we saw one of those laying around.
Although it would have been leather, not burlap.
Gotcha. All right. So there's no telling right now what could be in that bag. Could be any number of things. All right. Ready to go.
Think so? I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they have anything.
She told us not to look into the boxes because of the chemicals, right?
That is what she said.
But
think
she
there's
left
something in
them
the
in a
boxes?
room with a warm criminal.
Hmm?
But she left them in the room with the war criminal, where he could touch them and use them.
Oh, these boxes?
Yeah.
Is that what she said?
No, she said.
Oh,
no.
these boxes.
Don't
Oh,
mess with these chemicals. She said these have like rations in case she wasn't able to make it back to him today.
Hmm.
So like he didn't starve.
MRE menu 17, veggie omelet.
Oh
That is
no,
torture.
starve me.
Rather die.
I'll eat my
so-
left leg.
No wonder he broke out.
What is your plan?
Head
That's
to. Yes. Because
You're-
if he.
You're heading to the seminary or the Undertow?
The seminary.
Seminary.
Oh, neat.
Roger. So it takes you about an hour or so to get through town. During that time, your crow does note she heads into one of the houses in the commons.
She goes to the poor place?
I'll just have it keep tabs on her wherever she goes.
I think it's outside. It'll get outside of your range, but
Okay.
it can definitely report back to you. Crow noises and nods of affirmation.
Moral support.
I'm guessing since we're traveling, that wouldn't count as like a short rest. Holy shit!
My eyes!
Everything's fucking golden.
That's
I hate it.
beautiful.
I hate it
Love this
here.
place.
I love it.
Oh,
but I
here.
probably shouldn't. What the fuck is happening over here, though?
As you
So no short rest, right?
no,
Okay.
as you head to this well kept and large compound, you notice that it serves a multi-function. And you see many cloaked monks around doing random work like cleaning, sweeping, keeping the place well kept.
No fuss. Carmine just walks right in like he belongs here.
Yeah, as you head in, you see that there are several members who are clearly of the Lord's Alliance, along with one member praying at
Most
the
gods.
altar, as well as a lady who you probably know as Olivia Andora is
Mhm.
tending to the trees, and they are resplendent in their beauty. You notice one thing about the trees here is that they all have pure white wood.
Ooh. And this is a place where people come to get like healed, right? On top of just regular prayer.
Correct, as well as a training grounds for Cathars to be.
Ah.
As you pass through, you see people just going about their business, as well as, I guess, even from a glance, you see this gentleman over here trying to polish this resplendent statue.
Always love coming here.
You come
It's
here
like a
often?
whole different world.
You come here often?
Yeah, well, you know. Doesn't elaborate.
I don't know. That's why I was asked. Okay, well.
Said this person was praying. Here, let me zoom in.
I always love that Virgil just stands at the doorway like, yes, this is good.
Yeah, he's taking a knee and praying. You hear him reciting like several oaths.
It'd be a bad idea to interrupt him. So, I will instead, if anyone wants to be within earshot of this, he'll kind of jut with his chin towards this lady over here and say, "That's Olivia of Andora, the one what saved the constable way back when."
He's big.
Huh.
Is that admiration or
Why
fear?
did you say it?
It was a mix of both.
So he's discovered a new fetish.
I'm afraid, but I like it.
Well, if she's what you said, she was trimming the tree or caring for it,
Correct. You see she's pruning it.
right? So, it wouldn't make sense for her to come over here. So, Harmon will approach. Right about there.
As you come over, she looks up and sort of brushes her hair that was sort of disheveled from work and makes herself proper. Hello. What has brought you to the... Carmine, how are you?
Olivia, it's been some time. I'm in good health this time.
She walks over and, as is pretty traditional for you, gives you a light hug before noticing you, Aelin, who also has some Cathar training. Aelin,
Hello.
how are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty well. A little intrigued why I'm led here, but I'm doing better. How are you?
She smiles like very brightly and warmly at that. I am not intrigued at all, but I am so glad to hear that you've been led back here.
It has been a while.
What can I do for you?
Carmine?
We're here on business, you see. We're investigating an escaped, a missing person. Tell me, has anyone come here? When did he go missing?
He was reported missing this morning, and that's when the city locked down.
Gotcha. Did anyone within the last day or so come here looking to get a scrying shard removed?
Scrying shard?
Are you familiar?
I'm afraid I'm not, Brother Karma.
It's probably
Brother Karma?
makes more sense if you didn't. So, he snaps his fingers and points at his fellow longcoat canesman, who still has not introduced himself to us. And he says, "You would know what this thing looks like, wouldn't you?"
I would know it if I see it. That is correct.
Excellent. If you could describe it to me, I'm sure I would recall if I saw it or not.
I describe whatever one looks like.
Yeah, you can describe like just almost like an elongated prism that sort of just implants in under the skin like a microchip would. I have seen those in the past.
But not recently.
Not anytime soon. I've overseen some of them plantations. As far as people going off, she even looks over to the gentleman at the altar. High value personnel that go into the field, into the Dusklands.
Carmine kind of follows her eyes, hands still in his pockets, and says, "What? That fella over there goes into the Dusklands, does he?"
He will be for the first time shortly.
For the first time, he kind of whistles. I couldn't even fathom going out into the great unknown, great dark unknown like the Dusklands. Must be a mighty brave feller. You know his name?
And Brother Varamathus.
Varamathus. Well, St. Galia protect him.
I know that Delethea will. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, if no one with a screwing shard's been through here recently, do you know where someone might go as an alternative to removing one?
There are unscrupulous ways it can be done.
Would I know how hard it would be to take one out?
We're speaking pretty hard. Roll medicine intelligence.
Would I? Oh, no, never mind.
So that's
Wow.
actually pretty good.
Nice.
That's a 23.
Just based on your guess and based on her response and putting it all together, that someone would need to come to the Cathars or somewhere else that could be potentially dangerous, it sounds like limb removal.
Could they be magically disabled without getting into the core?
Without actually removing it, you mean?
Right.
I suspect someone of sufficient skill might be able to disable it. Certainly, most magics can be dispelled, right?
No, none.
Not the most complicated spell.
The shards that you remove, do you disable them as well, or do you just discard them?
I've not personally done a disabling, but I could ask around.
If you could, that'd be mighty fine. That'd be greatly appreciated. It would help in our investigation. But we are on a tight schedule right now, so I'm afraid we can't stick around and wait for you to do that. So go at your leisure.
I see. Well, walk in grace, brother.
You as well, sister. By the way, spoke to Jacob Alexson recently. He sends his regards.
How is he?
He's healthy, at least from what I could tell, doing well. He's taken a bit of a personal interest in this case, but unfortunately went to us, not him, which is a shame. I think his Well, speaking from experience, it helps when you're interested in the case to... Wait, what am I trying to say here? Solving it has definitely helped when you're interested in the case. No one likes a bored inspector, right?
She just
No one.
looks at you curious. There's something you're not telling me.
Well, of course, but this case is on a need-to-know basis. Have you heard anything about any missing people?
People do come in with prayers for lost loved ones occasionally. But anyone in... She stops herself. Any type of person in specific?
Maybe.
Can I insight check why she stopped mid-sentence?
Sure.
It's so many
Go
insight
ahead.
checks.
Go ahead, bro.
It's an
I'll
investigation.
roll if I can
Helping
roll.
you.
15.
Yeah, you just specifically told her you couldn't tell her about some stuff.
Right. Right.
So mostly just trying to be respectful towards that.
Same thing for the other two.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
25 is pretty good. She's definitely interested in what you're talking about.
I see.
She wants to help.
So you'll look to the others, look for any shakes of the head or any nodding.
Nod.
Archie.
It'll just meet your eyes.
Then he'll kind of like lazily look back over towards Olivia and say, the type that want to stay missing.
I see. She picks up the thing and has you walk with her a little bit away from the crowd. And you notice she has a pretty pronounced limp.
Uh-oh.
We're just gonna start moving hurriedly down the hall to keep up. I don't know if Garth is there, but he'll fucking pick up Tina.
What happened?
They're leaving the hall.
Oh god. Yeah, we are going for a walk. Seeing how far she's taken us, he will
In the hall,
like,
goes
take
by
their...
Tina, picks up Tina by the scruff.
Sits here at the step.
Actually, don't know where everyone.
He'll fish out another cigar since this other one's like burnt to ash right now. He got rid of it back at the house. He'll fish another cigar and say, "You mind?"
Would you perhaps mind waiting till we're outside of Temple Grounds?
He kind of looks around and remembers where he is. Right, of course. He tuck it away. Don't know where my tinderbox is anyway, so probably for the best.
Fucking lie.
Tina's eyes just squint.
Virgil looks at Tina at the I don't know where my tinderbox is comment.
He's lying.
And he'll sit on the step a ways away from her. I guess,
She just thinks about how to say what she's trying to say. I don't suppose there's any chance you would drop them.
his ears kind of perk up, but his face doesn't change. Drop what exactly?
If you're on an investigation that you can't say much about and you're with a cadre of armed people within the perimeter, there's only one reason why such a thing happens.
Enlighten me.
Seems like someone's looking for blood.
You know, Alexon speaks quite highly of you. Such a trustworthy sort, and I trust the constable. Even if you don't trust us in return.
Oh, I stole this one.
Yeah.
Is it blood you're after?
he he chuckles at that and shakes his head and says, you know me, I never go looking for a fight. Or blood for that matter. It's the truth I'm after.
Awen kind of nods in solidarity. Or nods, yeah.
She just sort of
only
like
care about knowledge and the preservation thereof.
she pulls off her gloves and shows her scarred hands to you that are pretty severely burned. No matter if you think you're doing something for a noble reason, it has a cost. Sometimes it's just better to leave things alone.
Wait, say that again. The beginning especially.
She says, sometimes, no matter how noble of a cause we think we're fighting for, sometimes it's just better to leave things alone.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts on her.
Oh my
Hey.
god. Oh my god.
Mind reading buddies.
Okay.
I guess to kind of supplement that as well, could I insight and try and see if she regrets saving the constable that day?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, you could definitely roll it.
And I roll insight just to see where her general mood is.
Oof.
So many insights. Oh, that's a gem. There I
We're detectives.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll throw an insight.
go. You guys are detectives.
I'll throw a fucking insight in there. It's okay.
Oh, she rolled an insight. What the fuck?
Oh, that's really low.
Nice.
Okay. You definitely get the feeling she wonders if things would be different. Maybe she didn't make the right decisions.
Like she did what she thought was right, but in hindsight.
Is that what the insights get, or is that what Detect Thoughts gets?
That's what the insights get.
Okay.
I don't get
Detect
shit.
thoughts, however, there's a lot of pain going on in her, and it's not physical. You get the feeling she truly hopes, for your sake and for everyone's, you'll leave it alone.
When, at least like on a surface level, does it seem like she knows a little more than she's letting on about who she thinks is involved than she's saying? When with that concern, or is that too much for surface level?
I think you'd have to go deeper.
Archibald doesn't care about her
Sexually
emotions or his
assaulting a priestess in her own temple?
Nah, you'll be.
We were kind of given carte blanche. Well, would this be overstepping the
Possibly. It is up to you.
operating
Legal
procedure?
grounds? Possibly to probably. Moral grounds? And ethical grounds? Indubitably.
Okay,
Yeah.
that the one that I'm concerned about is the possibly, so I'll go for it.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Okay. You
Nice.
what's your
Oh,
spell
no.
save DC real quick?
It is an int save, isn't it?
His wisdom for detect thoughts we just talked about.
16.
Yep, she saves.
You see her quickly but unsteadily get up. I believe it's time for you to go.
What? He'll stand up, hands still in his pockets. Was it something I said?
It's nothing. I've just grown tired. My apologies.
He'll kind of take a step forward and say, "You want us to drop this? My question is why?" Does it have anything to do with the fire that day?
Roll an insight.
Ooh. I'm trying to see if...
Hot
You're
damn.
trying, man.
I love helping.
Hell yeah.
I know,
I'm
but
Good job,
I'm
Chad.
trying to see if there's a link between her saving the constable that day and Javen's war crimes.
You
But-
definitely get the feeling that there is.
Mhm.
And she just leans in close to you and puts one of her guard hands on your shoulder. I hope you will drop it for the good of your own soul.
What do you mean by that, sister?
She just looks over to the great tree and there's a very somber smile on her face. Only the Sangalian.
Well, unfortunately, I can't drop it because everything Sangalia know, Inspector Carmine wants to know too. Stay safe, sister.
And to you as well.
You come on, Eowyn, or you got some prayers you got to see to.
I think we've seen everything and heard everything we need to. Thank you, sister.
Ah!
Don't worry about me. She straightens back up. It's like, okay.
Roll a perception as you leave, A1.
Sure. Can I use my passive? Okay. Damn it.
If we're using passes out of 19.
I have a 22.
Are you sure Oh, you do? Oh, okay. I'll give you advantage on it.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well,
I didn't realize you took observant.
I did.
I also
Well,
took
it's a 20.
observant. Yeah.
Okay. But you can roll as well. Okay. You notice as you're done talking, she sort of limps over to the fire a little and just puts her hands to it for warmth. Even though it's far from cool out today.
Hmm.
Which means that Carmine's trench coat and scarf are definitely a fashion statement.
Oh my god.
Virgil walking here ready to go into the Duskwinds while in the City of Light.
So
Why is
she's
it so
just like
high?
lacking of sensitivity or something?
to symbol of office.
Simple of office.
So everyone's like leaving, right?
Hmm.
Can I roll stealth?
Oh no.
Social stealth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Damn you,
That's not great.
disadvantage.
I mean, if it's social, do you have advantage?
I don't think there is for this, but their passives are jacked, so they
Yeah.
probably they-
I don't care if I actually succeed or not. But there is an attempt by Virgil to be stealthy in a really awkward crunk way.
the question is, do y'all stay behind to try to observe why?
For Carmine, that'll depend. When Archibald left, did he seem like he knew too well why she was dismissing us?
It was more like when she said, I think it's best you leave. He didn't want to push that.
Right. I think in that case, Carmine will go seek him out.
Miss Sister.
She just has that same like somber smile, like she knows it's right to be joyful and happy, but it's really hard.
Sorry if this seems impertinent, but can I see your hands?
She just looks over to you. Normally it's why I wear the gloves, so they don't cause too much of a fuss.
You're very brave.
No one can heal the scars of time.
Maybe not, but I'd like to try. I hold out my hands.
She mostly like someone who's trying to comfort you is like
Let
allowing
me help you. Help me
Yeah.
help you, sort of way.
but she takes your hand.
Life is pain. I'm gonna drop
it's
the other
healing.
thing. I'm gonna drop the other thing while I'm doing this. I ain't getting shown. There we go, baby. I ain't getting shown up like this. I refuse.
She looks down and sees a little bit of light flowing from your hands and looks back up to you. And sort of like has a curious.
Did that help?
And you see like a flicker as she snaps back to it. Were you a Cathar?
No, ma'am. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm a good enough sort to be a Cathar.
The
No.
light takes you as you are.
Virgil just blinks at that. Is that a prayer?
No one's good enough. It's not about being good enough. It's
Oh.
about being better than who you were yesterday.
Oh. Rubs the back of his neck awkwardly. I don't really know how to respond to that. I hope it was of some help, though. Miss Sister.
You're very kind.
Virgil never got her name. He doesn't know which Cathar is Olivia of Andora.
I'm trying to remember if. I'm sure Carmine referred to her. Referred to her as Olivia at least once, right?
The thing is, I was across the hall from you guys when
Yeah, he was like down friggin' town. He was over a year or something.
It's all about placement, baby. Will I be with you, Miss Sister? Have a good
Olivia.
day.
Olivia of Andora.
Olivia Andora. Oh. Oh. That's why. Oh. So this is how investigations work.
You did it, guys.
She just puts her hands back to the fire. Not everyone are the monsters we think they are.
No. I don't think that. I think we all have a light in us, Miss Olivia. But I do think that there can be monsters made from all of us if we begin walking away from the light. I look around. Oh, sorry.
No, she just nods and says, "No man can stray so far from the light that they cannot see it."
Fair. I'm a leaning close, looking around. Did you see that thing earlier, by the way?
She just looks around. If Delethea showed you something, then that's for you alone. But I'm sorry, I did not see anything outside of the ordinary.
She walks with a limp, but she has a cathar. Like, if I look her up and down, how combat capable does she look?
Still very. Maybe not as much as she once was, but there is a battle-hardened warrior who, at one point, travailed into the Dusklands and came back alive.
Well,
As a matter of fact, it's very likely she could have had those wounds healed if she wanted to.
nah, I gotta keep the scars. Sangelia, I love the scars. If it's all the same with you, Miss Olivia Andora, please keep an eye out. Stay with another that you trust for the next 2 days.
I have nothing to fear. But I appreciate your kind words regardless.
I do. So for my sake, can you please?
Roll an insight, both you and Tina.
Yeah, a little listening and eavesdropping.
What do you mean, Tina? That's just a monk that's in the corner. That's no one in particular.
I don't see no brown robes.
I used disguise self and said what I was aiming for, mate.
I didn't. I don't be shooting that. Okay, I see it now.
You scroll up. There you go.
Literally a slight scroll up.
I don't see it immediately.
Also, this is like super high rolls for both of us. I just because I was like a 20, impossible.
Yeah.
When she said she has nothing to fear, you truly believe she feels that way.
Well, I still mean what I said for my sake.
Does she have nothing to fear because she has nothing to lose, kind of situation?
21 is good. You don't think she would be bothered if death took her, but she doesn't think that day's coming anytime soon.
God, she's so cool.
For my sake, Olivia of Andora.
I understand. And what's your... Wait, y'all took Observant, right?
Yes.
Okay. You see as she sort of puts her gloves back on, the fire has like kicked up slightly. Like her presence had diminished it a little. But when she steps away from it, it goes back to the intensity it was at.
Is that a Cathar thing? The fires.
These are an expression of Delethea herself.
Here, I need to find a GIF for Virgil's thoughts at that. There we go.
The equations, the numbers.
So is it like this? I use create bonfire between my hands. Is it like this?
You are a man of many skills.
No, ma'am, I'm dumb as hell.
She just looks down at that, like almost in like a sadness, like don't let the insecurity of the outside kill the warrior inside.
Oh no, ma'am. This is not me at all. I don't think a woman of your stature would want to see me in my field of work. How do I turn this off?
You see her just hold underneath your hands and press them together. Her hand one over top of yours as the flame goes out.
Oh. Okay. What about this one? I pull out the glowing shotgun shell. I did this one earlier.
Perhaps it's best not to brandish such things in a temple. She
trying
does
to
like a slight nod, like, what are you doing?
I was just trying to see if I can match the light. But your light's brighter than mine. I put it away. Thank you anyways. And rub back to awkwardly. Sangalia boo with you.
And with you, brother.
Say brother?
Mm-hmm.
Little brother.
My brother in Christ.
We'll get to that later when I actually get to use a shotgun on some heretics.
As she picks up her small scissors in her basket and heads back over to the tree. And begins the laborious task of pruning all around this massive white oak.
Walk away, look at the monk. Give like a sup nod, then you walk away.
Does a gentle wave. It goes back to cleaning. And then once he gets far enough away, I'm just gonna start moseying that way as well.
Undisguised, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no. Basically, the play is they're gonna wait until you get like past like this doorway. Then she's gonna dip in here and then dip out, like out of disguise, and then show up last.
Do y'all do anything else here?
Can I see this guy, this Cathar? And like his kit?
Oh yes.
Particularly like he's ready to go into the Dusklands.
He has a weapon that's on the altar, but none on him.
But does he have like the rest of like the travel accessories?
He's armored.
Okay, so I wouldn't know necessarily he's going into the Dusklands then, by visual alone.
Not by visual alone, but given all the context clues and just the reciting of his prayers and what he's saying, like, he's going into something. Like, for Blackwatch, it might be nothing to go into the Dustlands. But for other people, it could be life-changing.
Over next to him then. Just take a knee next to him, but I'm not really praying or anything. I'm just sort of copying him. Just, yep. Waiting to see if he acknowledges me. Time passes.
Yeah, he just keeps
By the light we're made whole, by the sun we...
Keeps going through his prayers, and you get the feeling he's been here for a while.
I would say I wait for him to finish praying, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I will go for the more simple gesture. I will pull out a snack and leave it in front of him, and then I leave.
Oh,
And as I put the snack there, I'm gonna be like, remember to stay fed in the field.
You see as you're like leaving him look around and grab it before taking a bite and going back to his prayers.
He gets 7 temp HP. Watch as he goes into battle with exactly the amount of hit points he needs to survive.
Yeah, maybe he won't need pulled out of a fire.
Oh wait, could I retcon have given Olivia my last snack?
Sure.
Oh hell yeah! All right, no more snacks. Don't gotta worry about it anymore.
If you would see her eat it, the spice does not even affect her.
A woman after my own heart. Although hers is probably for a different reason than mine. I look around for my friends. I see them at the door.
friends?
Indeed, you do.
Virgil doesn't have many friends. He takes what he can get.
So I ask you this: what's next? It's probably nearing 4 o'clock-ish, but it's pretty late our time.
I ask the party first. When you guys were talking with Miss Olivia of Andora, did you guys see the thing?
What thing?
The thing.
I feel it would be very obvious.
like a shadow. I look around for a shadow, other than the ones that we give off.
Shadow?
Yeah, it was in one of the walkways.
How good's your vision?
I was a sentry in the Dusklands.
Okay, so probably very good.
No, I'm not that good.
Oh. I didn't see anything. Was it like following someone? Was it just a shadow just there?
What did I say?
It looked like someone was quickly moving through the hallways.
I describe that.
Mm,
Like someone watching us or something.
did you see anything, Carmine?
If you are able to spot it again or point it out to me, I can do something.
I haven't seen it ever since. It definitely felt like I was being watched. That sort of mortal feeling.
I forgot I was muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
feels bad.
It was only Virgil that had seen it.
He did notice it, yeah.
Okay. I assume it was like moving around when we were all outside. The three of us were outside.
Correct.
Okay.
For him, it would have been about the time he was talking to Olivia.
Right. Moving about the hallways, huh?
So I asked y'all this: do y'all share the information you have with each other?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Virgil doesn't know
okay,
the importance of his information.
Flip through notes, reference it.
Flip through my notebook. It's blank.
So at least y'all brought notebooks.
I did. It's full of doodles and also important
So at
information.
least from what Tina heard, y'all have knowledge of everything that's happened.
Tina's the brain for Virgil's brawn.
Just
Which
quickly.
makes sense because she
write
has no brawn.
down.
Don't worry, when we get into a fight, I'm gonna go off.
Go ahead. I just wanted to make that known so you knew what information you had.
Okay.
Yeah. That's weird.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say there's someone using invisibility in the temple.
I feel that's probably heretical.
Invisible things don't leave shadows, though.
They don't? Wait,
No, the light goes through them. No shadow.
Writes that down. No shadows from invisible things.
Well, if it's invisible, I could find it.
Isn't there a part of detect thoughts? It's like you can detect.
You can find things that you can detect the thoughts of things that you can't see because they are still thinking or something like that.
That's only within like a certain range. So
Yeah, I think it's only like 20 feet.
Focus on mind language that you can see.
We could just walk around with detect magic.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Do we have
Probably
time
a
for
lot
that?
easier.
We do not have time for that.
We really don't. Okay, so we'll just operate under the assumption that we're constantly being watched and stalked by something that probably wants to kill us.
Alright, so
should
let's
we
see.
go?
What are your
Gotcha. Protocol 13.
There's a number of protocols? There's a
Yeah.
specific one for this?
Yeah. I like it, Tina. You've never been in the Dustins, have you?
Not in my life.
Keep it that way.
I hate you. God damn it.
So where are we going?
The Archmage is the proctor of the arena. He would definitely have the means.
And
Means of what?
ability.
So we go talk to the the guy.
I don't think we
I'm
could
not
just...
certain about his motive.
Yeah, if we just walk up pointing and accusing him of stuff, he's... Well, he just has more power than us. We have nothing.
Not assuming we can even get an audience with him, but it's
Yeah,
worth a shot.
exactly.
It is far too early in the day to seek out Mordred or Silk.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You want to hit the pub?
We
Wait.
should probably be responsible.
Oh no, I don't drink anymore. I'm just saying. Stake it out.
That... I don't think that's actually a bad idea. Yeah, well, if this is a guy that's been mildly tortured and potentially kind of starved for a while, he'd probably want to look for food. Although we might be a little late on that.
Or we could head over to Undertow and see if he might have been with anyone there to get rid of his scrying shard.
That's a
I
good
think
point.
it was disabled magically, I'd wager, but I'm not certain. It seems like a limb would have to be hacked off for it to be removed physically.
Well, left arm might be worth the freedom.
Out of game. Virgil's like he gets like contracted by like relic hunters and stuff like that. Are there like, and in that line of work, you probably get hurt a lot. And not all artifacts, I imagine, are legally brought into the City of Light, given that there's a whole criminal underworld. Are there like underground chop shop docks?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, what Olivia was saying was absolutely correct.
Okay. would Virgil know of any? Like, having used their services before?
Would he also know to not ask questions like that around chop shops?
No,
yeah.
you wouldn't know.
It's a situation of you know a guy or you don't ask about it.
Okay, you know a guy who can send you to the right spot at the right time.
Or you wake up without a kidney.
Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted to get rid of.
Regenerate.
I still have this conversation about like removing limbs to get rid of the
I imagine we're not doing this just in the middle of the street,
Thing?
right?
Maybe on the
some
side of the
you-
tree.
To at least 3 of you, maybe like
Not me. Not me.
Karma and Eowyn, something just pings at you like, why does that sound familiar?
Nani?
You can't
Wait.
place it exactly, but
What sounds familiar?
Was it... Are you suggesting that the doctor's abode is just a chop shop in disguise?
You glean from that whatever you want. But I'm just saying, something to you 3 observant people makes that a connection that you can't exactly place.
I'm sorry, what was the connection?
Virgil's just spouting about underworld chop shop docs that, it's like, I've had to use the services of semi less than legal doctors before. It's more along the lines of a guy who sends you to a place at a certain time. You don't just ask for a doc so directly because then it seems like you're a snitch.
The theory is that the doctress is into illegal stuff.
That was my first guess.
That was Garth's theory, yes.
Are any of us familiar with the doctress's origins?
A mention of removing a limb from repeating something.
Oh.
Something that might trigger your detective's hunch.
Is there anything we can roll to get that hunch to be a little more precise? Probably not.
Intuition roll.
What?
You get advantage if you're a woman.
Something that, and you can just tell me if this fucking will lead nowhere.